All right, everyone, welcome back into another props video. Give me a touchdown on the top prop bets for this college basketball slate on both PrizePicks and Underdog. I will be coming out with a separate NBA video just because we're not getting as many college basketball props as we typically would. It's just going to be a faster, quicker video. So let's go in and get into that. And so, yeah, looking at it, guys, as we know, typically speaking, college basketball Saturdays, at least for 2024, have been pretty big edges for us thus far. Right now, I'm not seeing as many big edges in terms of prop line differences. Now we are getting some, decent edges here and there that we can make some very good prop bets on. And so what I mean by that is we got Hunter Dickinson. We can see his fantasy score on Underdog is actually set at 34th. That is very rare that Underdog is actually lower than PrizePicks for a college basketball slate. And so the average sportsbook line would have this set at 30.3. But really what we are, and the projection data really doesn't like him today. So what we're seeing is that the under on PrizePicks is seemingly the outlier of the data points here. And so I'd be fine betting the under on PrizePicks there for Hunter Dickinson. And then we also are seeing Wade Taylor as well. This is basically the exact opposite, where the outlier is for PrizePicks, but for the over fantasy score, we can see Underdog has it set at 37.5. The projection data really likes him to get 40 fantasy points, and then the average sportsbook line would also set this at 40. So we are seemingly getting two pretty good edges there, especially when we are looking at prop line differences. Guys, that being said, when we're looking at prop line differences, there should never be a prop line difference of more than one, really. And this is something we barely see in NBA, and we're not seeing it too much today, college basketball wise, and that's why we're not getting as big of an edge as I typically would like. But we are getting two decent prop bets. We'll go ahead and flip this around PrizePicks wise, a little bit better here. We can see Tyler Kolek is actually one that I do like for the over fantasy score on PrizePicks, but the data does not like that. But you can see the average sportsbook line would have it set at 36.8. The projection data likes them to get 40. I think that's a little bit baked on blocks and steals, but we're seeing a decent edge there. I think that's a good mailing opportunity. That's a prop that I think I'll personally throw out there. And we are seeing some points, rebounds, and assists prop line differences here. Like Jordan King, there should never be a prop line difference of one there. We're seeing that a decent amount overall. So, some small edges here and there, but I think what we're doing PrizePicks wise is kind of clear. Let's go ahead and jump into Underdog as well. And the reason why I wanted to do two separate videos today, guys, is because, again, we're just not getting that many big edges right now like we typically would on a college basketball Saturday. Now, we got David Jones for over fantasy score on Underdog. That's a good prop bet. We got Joel for under fantasy score as well. I don't know if I exactly agree with that. He is someone that can certainly get there, but really, to me, this slate is somewhat straightforward right now. Now, we are getting some slight edges here and there on Underdog, but not as much as we typically would get. And maybe that's just Underdog kind of adjusting correctly, so, which is unfortunate, but we are still seeing some small prop line differences here, like 54% likelihood, 54% likelihood here, where the lines are still off slightly. So I do think we are getting some good edges. So let's go ahead and get into the Underdog bet of the day for college basketball. And just real quickly, if you guys use the Underdog bet of the day slip and you guys are new to Underdog and you guys are signing up, use the promo code 9to5. They'll give you a 100% match on a deposit of up to $100. So again, not as many big edges as I would have liked today, college basketball wise. Maybe that'll adjust throughout the afternoon. Now, I was trying to target prop bets that start a little bit later. So obviously this Joel one, there's going to be like a half an hour worth of that with this video. Kind of unfortunate, but it is kind of what it is with college basketball props, where Underdog was a little bit later with their fantasy score props bets, but we are getting some good edges there. David Jones for over fantasy score. Typically speaking, a lot of the Underdog props that we're getting fantasy score wise, those are going to be ones in which Underdog is typically overvaluing compared to the industry. So really, anytime we get an over fantasy score that pops up as a good EV bet, I'm going to jump on that. Now let's go ahead and show you guys the Underdog slip. Sorry, the PrizePicks slip. So the bet of the day for PrizePicks will be these two, just so you guys know, these first two. I am also going to toss in the Tyler Kolek over fantasy score. I think that is a good one personally, but the data does not agree as much. And really with college basketball, where I don't have as good of a knowledge base as I would for PGA, NFL, or NBA, I'm just going to default to the data more times than not. And so again, with us not getting massive prop line differences like we have the past two Saturdays, I'm just going to go with the two good EV bets that we have: Hunter Dickinson for under fantasy score, and then Wade Taylor for over his fantasy score. That's going to be it. That's all for this video. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. I do appreciate that. If you guys want access to the 9to5 tools, head on over to 9to5sports.com, available for $10 a month. Thank you guys for watching. Let's have a good slate, and as always, let's keep cashing.